Hey guys, so this is a review of the 2016 Kink Launch BMX bike bought off of Dance.com. I'm making this review because I noticed when I first bought this bike, there weren't a lot of reviews out there so I mainly just went by my friends telling me what was good and what wasn't. And I'm hoping that I'm trying to make this a better experience for people buying this bike. So through this bike check, I'm just going to tell you about my bike, the parts that I didn't like and the parts that I did like, what I replaced, and if I would recommend the bike. So to start off, I think I would definitely recommend this bike for someone who's getting into BMX. It's fairly cheap. It's about $300 in dance comp, about $320 for the chrome frame. And it holds up pretty well, but as you get into more advanced tricks, it does not have the greatest parts. So I'll go over that. So to start off, it's a 2016 Kink Launch chrome frame. I really like this frame. It's a nice color. There's a few noticeable dents and scratches, but other than that, the frame is held up really well. I do a lot of jumping off and hard landings and things, so it's pretty good. I have some Kink forks. I think they're the Kink Foundations. I'm not 100% sure. I can double check and I'll put it in the description. I have a Mission Echo front wheel. It's a pretty good front wheel. It spins well. I haven't had many problems with it. Um, I have, I'm running G Sport pegs. G Sport Plague 2s. They're about $20 on Dance.com. Really good pegs. I would definitely recommend them to everybody. I have I'm running a G Sport Land hub guard, front hub guards. I would not recommend them just because the zip ties do tend to break, and it's kind of a pain to get them back in. You get spare zip ties, but you have to take off the wheel and cut the zip ties and twist them and use them. I don't know, all this stuff. I really don't feel like explaining. So I have a Claw Fireball rear and front tires. I like these tires. The only thing I would say is they do wear out pretty fast. I've had these tires for maybe 3 months, and they're already starting to go bald a little bit. So I would recommend them. They're good for street, but at the same time, you got to keep that in mind. So I have a Kink Bold stem stock with this bike. Pretty good stem. It's solid. Haven't had to replace anything. Don't have to tighten it much. It stays pretty clamped. I have a Shadow Conspiracy fork bolt. This is actually really important. You might not think fork bolts are important, but I did get a new fork bolt because my old Kink one that I had on this bike stripped, and I had to. It was like really, really, really annoying to get out. So I just bought a new one with a ratchet head. It's just Shadow Conspiracy. It was like $15. So I have a Mission integrated headset. Pretty good headset. It spins well. Haven't had any problems with it. I have Kink Human CC bars, 8.75-inch rise. Would not necessarily recommend these bars to the advanced rider. I would definitely recommend them to beginners because they're kind of like the downgraded version of the Kink Human bars. So they do bend. I had one of my friends who was riding my bike. He got kind of mad and threw my bike and bent my bars, and that should never happen with bars. I think that's like completely unacceptable for Kink to make bars that are weak enough that they will bend if you throw a bike. So would not recommend these bars. I have Cult Vans grips in red. Good grips. They feel comfortable. You can ride them for a long time. They do break in really, really nice. I love them. Uh, just mission seat post. Seat and seat post aren't that important to me, so we'll go into the details there. Just mission seat clamp. I have Fit Hemlock pedals. The Kink Hemlock pedals that came with this bike were not very good. They actually wore down in about a few weeks, and I had to get new pedals. Um, I have Sunday Saker cranks. These are pretty good cranks for what you pay. You pay about $90 on Dance Comp, and they're pretty strong cranks. They're flat. I'm not doing any crank arms or anything, so I'm not sure how well they would be holding up for crank arms. But if you want to buy them and figure it out, then or go and look at some other reviews, I would definitely recommend that. Sunday Sabertooth sprocket, good sprocket. Has bent a little bit since I've been riding 4-peg for the past about month. So I am planning to get a new sprocket. I'm planning to get a Sunday Knox sprocket. I don't know if that's a good sprocket or not. If you could, actually, that'd be really helpful if you could comment if you think that's a good sprocket if you've ever ridden it. Colt 510 chain. My old chain was a mission chain. It wasn't really that strong, so I wanted something just a little bit of an upgrade. Um, where are we now? I have a Sunday bottom bracket. Pretty good. A little bit squeaky. You do have to maintain it quite a bit. I have a Sunday Thunder rear free coaster wheel. Very good wheel. If you're thinking about riding a free coaster, I would definitely recommend it. So the wheel that actually came with this bike broke, so I had to buy a new wheel because it was an open bearing wheel or an unsealed bearing wheel. I opened it up because it was broken and I was trying to fix it, and the entire thing just fell apart, and I had to buy a new wheel. So that was really inconvenient. So if if that does happen to you, don't even bother taking the wheel apart and trying to fix it. I would either take it to a bike shop, get them to do it because they might actually know how to do it without wrecking it, or just buy a new wheel. Like it's once that wheel breaks, it's done. There's no fixing it. It's a not a very good wheel. So yeah, that was my bike check slash review on the 2016 Kink launch. I really hope you enjoyed. Uh, I hope this will encourage you to make a better decision when buying your bike. So yeah, thanks.